Hey Errol, here's wishing you a very happy 60th birthday. I'm hoping it is 60th birthday because that's what I've calculated, keeping in mind that when you joined or when you started the Our Lady of Perpetual Help youth group in the year 1993, when you were the deacon, if I remember correctly, you were 32 years old. And that's how I'm calculating, saying that 28 years hence, you should be 60. So, wishing you a really very special day. And as usual, I hope and I'm sure, in fact, that you will be feeling on top of the world as usual. To put it mildly, or if I say that you have been an inspiration, I guess I'll be just understating it. Right? You're one person who I've held in reverential awe for the various things that you are and you do right from the time when you were at the youth group. The multifaceted personality that you were and the number of initiatives that you took, each of them, we always felt that nobody could do better than what you had done. You just established such high standards that anybody who came after you just felt it really difficult to live up to those high standards, right? Whether it was all the sessions that you did at the youth group, each and every session, so meaningful, so topical, so well thought out, so entertaining, so creative. You never felt any session was laborious. Every session ended much faster than what you would have loved to. And as usual, we ended up spending so much of time after the sessions as well. The various stations of the cross where we would get together, have our share of conversations and getting to know each other better after the session. And that bonding, I think, has remained with us even now. I mean, all of us are still in touch, whether it's Maya, whether it's Sharon, whether it is Dylan, whether it's Delise, whether it's Savi, whether it's Vereen. Yeah, obviously we've lost touch with some of them. Brian, Robert, Alban, Lena. Yeah, but we're pretty much in touch with a whole lot of the rest, right? I mean, the ones that were there initially, including Manju and Lorraine. But yeah, I mean, of the younger lot, right from Tracy to Alvina to Claude and Cam and Eric and Elvis and Dennis and all those things. So it's a legacy that you left behind, right? So the youth group was one, the Bible classes were another, the family day was the third, the children's mass was another thing that you started, and all of us would stop coming for the adult masses and come for the children's mass because it was so much more lively and entertaining and yet so much more thought provoking and left you with something that you could think about and take away, right? So that was just that phase, and we continue to remain in touch. I remember I came to Bombay for my IML interview, and your very presence was so confidence infusing that when I went for the interview, I didn't know what hit me. I blabbered something. I didn't know how the interview went because they kept asking me questions in Hindi, and I kept answering the questions in Hindi. And yeah, after that, I came back to Bangalore, and I came to Bangalore to attend the interview of I Am Bangalore. That I thought was a better interview than the Lucknow interview, but as you would say, God has His own way. I ended up getting a call from Lucknow, and I then ended up doing my postgraduate diploma in management from IIM Lucknow. In between, we were in touch off and on. I wanted you to be there for my wedding. Unfortunately, your schedule didn't allow it. Uh, but we had the occasion of opportunity of meeting in Bangalore and for Dilgi's wedding. So we've kept in touch on and off, right? And you've inspired me in so many ways. So again, the various things that you're able to pack into a day, right? It's just amazing, and you look for opportunities to pack even more, and yet you are still available, right? And I'm sure the number of people that you've influenced and you've made an impact and left a mark on them is numerous, and yet you are able to converse with them on a personal basis with so many people, right? I'm saying our relationship and all of us that were part of the youth group is more than 25 years old, and I'm sure in the 25 years you would have met at least hundreds of people uh, anew every year. And to be able to remain in touch and establish that personal relationship is just amazing, Errol. I mean, you are such a blessing, you are a gift. So um, and I find it difficult to maintain the few friends that I have, the relationships that I have, right? For and I may keep making the excuse that every relationship is an investment, and for you to be able to do justice to each and every relationship that you have with across the board, whether it is people who are old, whether it is people who are married, whether it is people who are the youth, or whether it is children, it's just amazing how you are able to find that personal equation and maintain it even with the passage of time. So it's just incredible, amazing. I mean, I don't think any of the adjectives that I can use will do justice to you as a person or a personality. But the only thing I can say, Errol, is I thank God for your gift and for your presence in my life. You have been a role model, an ideal. There are so many times that I ask myself, if it were Errol, what would he do? Right? And yeah, so I still haven't reached the level to ask if I were Jesus, what would I do? But I guess if I'm able to do what Errol would do, is half the job done. Right? So I mean, more than half the job done. I guess Jesus would do just as much, or so. Finally, Errol, I tell you, it's been amazing knowing you, and I feel blessed to have encountered you and have had the pleasure of your presence in my life. I wish you a very, very happy birthday once again, and may you live another 60 years and touch as many lives as possible so that they may become that much better and the world becomes that much better of a place. And there is more humanity, more humaneness, and more humility. I learned the definition of humility from you, by the way. Right? So thanks for that as well, and God bless you.